Welcome to He Say.
She Say. It's your girl Michi.
And it's your boy Pip.
This is the show where we keep it real from the male perspective and the female perspective.
Dropping knowledge on you ladies with the real deal, the honest, hard truth.
And me just keeping them in line for the ladies.
Whatever.
The ladies. This is going to be our first episode.
Episode 1.
And we're going to be talking about the Red Table Talk with Jada and Will's ex-wife. What was her name? Cherie?
Cherie. The finer wife.
You think she's finer than Jada?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So I'll say fine wife 1.
And Jada's fine wife 2?
Fine wife 2.
But why do you think she's prettier than Jada? I mean, I'm just curious because everybody's like, Jada's like so fine.
Yeah, but she's naturally pretty.
But she had on a lot of makeup and a lot of weave.
Okay, but if she took all that makeup off.
How do you know? Have you seen her?
She would still go hard in the paint. Google that woman.
Okay,
Google her.
I'm going to have to because...
Jada hadn't had any face work?
Well, Jada needs to leave the Botox alone.
That's all.
Like, because her cheeks...
Because Jada's pretty.
Jada gorgeous.
Is beautiful. But she don't need to do that to her face.
But she is naturally pretty though too. But she
just
needs
beautiful.
to stop doing the Botox. So
yeah, cut it out. Stop.
But Cherie, she looked a little more done up. Like she got to get her hair done, and nails done, and makeup.
Because she's going up against Botox.
Okay, whatever.
Cherie Cole, man.
Okay. So anyway, we're gonna be talking about today separation versus divorce. Watching the episode with Jada, having the conversation with Cherie, it was very interesting, I think, for everyone to find out, and everybody's talking about it now. It's very interesting to find out that Jada was dating Will and started dating him before they were even divorced. They were separated, right?
I'm assuming they were separated, but they weren't divorced yet, and she started dating Will. And I guess the question is, everybody's asking, was Jada wrong for getting with Will before the divorce?
And even in the episode, her mom, Jada's mom, said she was not happy at all with Jada dating Will.
So there's an old school part to this. The old school part is, if you grew up like me, you were told you got to be divorced before you pursue someone else, right?
Correct.
But the modern guy in me says, here's Will Smith. He's about to be single, right? You a single woman. You can't be waiting around because it's not like Will Smith don't have his picks. Like, he Will Smith.
True, but so Jada was also Jada, though.
But he is Will
And they
Smith.
met in the 90s. Jada was that girl in the 90s. Jada was Jada.
We talking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Parents just don't understand. Mr. Kill Them Aliens in 1996. Big time Will Smith.
Okay.
Think about
right.
that. He is the pinnacle. He kicked doors down, right?
True.
So here's this guy. Does she have? It's kind of cold, but at the same time, you can kind of understand. Like, man, this dude's available. I think she just went for it. I think it was one of those things like, I can't wait. I
don't know if she, like, in the way that you're saying it, like she actively pursued him in like some kind of calculated way like that. I really feel like when they met, because they're going strong still, I really feel like they genuinely are one of those examples where they met and it was just like they just knew. Like it was like an instant thing. You can't fight against that. So I feel like they just kind of did what they did.
They couldn't help it.
I feel like they couldn't help it. I feel like they were like, he was dealing with Cherie over here. He knew that was about to be over. And I feel like a man knows when he wants to be with somebody and when he don't, which is why there was no hesitation for him to go ahead and get with Jada, because I feel like they really genuinely had some type of connection.
Then you would have to know the timeline, because even in separation, I wonder how much time was given for like reconciliation between.
Now, that's one thing I will say. When we talk about, the question, guys, everybody, should you wait for somebody to be fully divorced before you pursue them? Or is separation, fair game? Is it okay? Me personally, I would say I would be cautious if they're separated
Right.
but still married, I would be very cautious and really probably wouldn't even give it the time of day if I just met that person and be like, nah, you need to handle that situation,
Right.
y'all, because there's always a chance of reconciliation. So, but in the case of Will, and you know, Mega Will, he's got the money. It's like, does he really like? They
Well,
have to
here's
pick
the
up
double standard. It looks worse on her than him.
on Jada.
Yeah.
Well,
Even
yeah,
though they both did the same thing.
It always looks worse on
Yeah.
the woman. Always.
Of course, even though he wasn't fully divorced, he could have said, "Hey, I want to make sure that my divorce goes through before we pursue each other." But he ain't gonna look as bad as Jada in this.
True, but I'm saying we don't know the conversation that took place between him and Jada. Did he say like, yes, we're separated now, but this is indeed going to go to divorce? Because I really truly feel a man knows what he wants. He's either
True.
gonna. I feel like he
True.
knows, and so who knows what he communicated to Jada for her to feel comfortable enough to be involved with him while they were separated.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's not that I'm defending it because I definitely, like I said, I will wait. I wouldn't want to be involved with anybody that's just separated and still married.
Okay. Let's take
But-
it to the common guy,
Okay.
the common dude. That's what's common. Great career, whatever that
Just
career
regular
is.
schmegular dude
Yeah.
that got a job,
Got a house.
taking care of himself.
Not
Yeah.
apartment, got a house,
Mhm.
or a townhouse, some player condominium type joint. Nice ride, got a couple of dollars in the bank, and you meet this guy and he is separated. I guess you have to ask yourself, ladies, would you honestly wait for him to be fully divorced? Because the divorce can last a year, it can last 2 years while they
Okay.
argue over who gets what. Do you
Okay.
let this dream guy that you want sit there until he's fully divorced, or do you just say, "Man, forget this. I gotta go for mine. Can
Can I give you an honest answer? And ladies, y'all might be upset at me, but we just got to keep it real. I really truly believe in this day and time, the rate of single women out here, I don't think they would wait. And I don't think all these people on their high horse with Jada, like, you know, let's be
Okay,
real. I don't
okay.
think they would.
That's what I want to hear.
Okay,
That's
so
what I want
but
to
let
hear.
me tell you this, and I'm speaking only, maybe I'm just speaking for myself. I don't know if they would, but I would have to say if I did make that decision, I have to be very, very cautious because yes, the package looks good and they're separated, but again, there's always that chance of reconciliation. She's got the history. She's got the time invested already.
Right.
If there's kids involved too, she also got that on you. So
Right.
you can't just go in guns a-blazing and
But
not.
would you roll the dice on that gamble?
I mean, if I didn't have
because
nothing
if he-
else to do.
Yeah, because if he fully gets on the market,
Mhm.
it's competition. It's already competition. Him married, separated. You gonna wait? You really gonna wait? And he's because he had to pursue her, so he's coming at you.
Okay, I'm gonna be okay. So let's have another moment of honesty. There's this guy that I met.
Real life
and-
story.
Real life story.
Real life story, y'all.
There's this guy that I met, and we went on a date or whatever. We were vibing on the phone, and he went ahead and told me that he was separated. Now,
Good dude.
yeah, thank you. Thank him for being upfront about it.
Solid guy.
I appreciated that. But, and then it's just like, it kind of was like an immediate, like, pump the brakes, right?
Right.
But the reason I bring this up is because he didn't have, because I guess since he was separated, you know, maybe he moved out of wherever they was living, and
Right.
so it seemed like he was more on the struggle side.
Man.
So that was even more of a like,
Well, I mean, he gonna struggle, but
But I'm saying when you put it in context, like where this guy, your example,
Right.
well, he has his house despite the fact that they're separated,
Right.
and he's still doing well. It does paint a prettier picture
Oh,
versus the guy
but
that's
check it out.
separated. And
Even
not doing
struggle
so
man
well.
ain't gonna struggle a long time.
He ain't.
Like because
but-
think about it. Okay, he was married. He got the house. He got the car. He got the kids at the private school. Whatever. Right.
Mhm.
She gonna get it all.
Mhm.
She's gonna get it all. We all know how it goes. A cat like that knows what it takes to get another house, to get another fly car, to put more money in the bank. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you know what this guy can do. You're not guessing like some regular scrub you meet at the club, right? You've seen what he's capable of doing. So you know, man, this the kind of dude. He used to having a yard. He used to having views. He used
But
to
that's
having
the
this.
thing.
He gonna
Do
get
you
it back.
does any woman really, at this day and time, and I don't know if this is just me, I'm not trying, at my age and in this time of my life, I'm not trying to be waiting around for you to, I understand things happen, but where I'm at, I don't have the energy. I don't
Listen.
have the energy to do that.
Listen, you got no choice.
No, yeah, there's guys out there that
Yeah, you-
already have stuff
You
going
got
on.
no choice. Here's
Why
So,
do we need
Scott-
to build?
Scott-
Why do we need to constantly be the woman
Okay.
to build a man?
You-
Why can't he already have it together?
well, I'm saying, well, this is a guy who's had it already,
Yes,
and he lost
but
it due
what if-
to
but
divorce.
What if he don't ever get back on his feet
Oh,
because
he gonna get back on his feet.
You
Cats,
really think so?
Cats like that get back on his feet.
Mm.
Cats like that get back on
maybe
their
I'm
feet.
thinking about this particular guy. He didn't seem like the type.
Yeah, that's that dude.
He didn't seem like the type.
No, but cat, a dude that's had, it's gonna be tough because now he has the added bill of, I don't know, alimony or
Yeah,
child
child
support,
support, all
this,
that
that, and the
stuff.
third. But if you look at it, I want you to think about all the men that you know who got divorced, right? And their wife took half of everything. How long did it take them to get another woman just as fine, just as smart, with the same amount of money, and get another house in Pearland, the Woodlands, and Katy? How long did it take them?
You right. You right.
Think,
Not
think,
that
think
long.
about. I'm talking about the quality guy that's on them. It don't take them long at all because that woman knows. Okay, this is a solid cat. I'm gonna get with him. This is somebody I can build with. And they rebuild together, and he has everything he had prior to the divorce a year or 2 years later through a hard grind, right? Now, flip side, think about the ladies that have gotten divorced. How quick are they, even with the money from alimony, even with child support, even getting the house, how quick are they to get another dude? With the same status as the last man they left. Or better.
I don't like the direction of this
But
conversation.
I'm just saying.
No, because you're right.
but
You're
I'm
right.
just saying,
it takes
like,
them longer.
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
No,
I'm
you're
wrong.
not. It really does take
see-
longer. Because
Right.
I can use my parents as an example. When they split, my dad, he was already kind of sick, going through some things.
Right.
His current wife was there.
Right.
Like, it seemed like they got married fairly quick. I know for sure he got married before my mom did. And, had him another house, everything else.
Quick fast.
But my mom, it took her a little longer, but she ended up getting remarried and she has her house and everything together.
But it took longer.
But it did take long. You're right. It did take
It
longer.
take long.
And I don't know, my mom, she's like magic.
But your mom was a hustler, though. Your mom was a hustler. She get out there.
She
and
needs
get
to
that-
show me a hustle
she
so
get
I
that
can
paper.
get married at least once.
She gets that paper. She gets that paper.
Shoot. But in relation to this conversation as getting back to Jada and Will,
Right.
I guess my general overall conclusion, I don't blame. I try not to judge because I don't know the ins and outs and the conversations had, the dynamics.
Right.
I try not to judge that, so I can't really speak on it too much. But I don't if you put it in the full context, I don't blame Jada for
I don't
dating
either.
while they're
I don't
separated.
either.
I really don't.
I don't either.
I really don't.
I guess if the shoe was on the other foot, though, I'd probably be like, dang, you couldn't wait until we got divorced. Like if I was Cherie.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's
Right.
take it from Cherie's standpoint because that conversation was very interesting when she
Yeah, it was
said
dope.
that she called the house
Right.
saying something, trying to talk. Was she trying to talk to her son or something? I
I
think.
think so.
And she said she had to go through Jada because Jada answered the phone, and she said, "Well, that's my house." And then Jada said, "This is my house now." Now coming from
That's cold right there.
picturing it in that whole, so Jada's not a mother yet.
Yeah, that's cold.
She doesn't have children.
Right.
Cherie is the mother. She has to watch her son be a part of a family, and she even touched on that. She had to watch her son be a part of the family that she thought she, would have.
Right.
Well, she did have it, but she said she chose to walk away.
Why did she walk away? Did she ever
She
mention
didn't
that?
say.
Yeah.
I wonder why. She
Yeah.
didn't say.
I want to
wondered
know
that.
why she walked away.
I don't know, because that was kind of a dumb move, if you ask me.
It depends, though.
But it does depend.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
the
wonder why
ins
she
and
walked
outs.
away, though.
That's what I'm saying. You can't.
You got to live with that decision. Though. You
Yeah.
can't get mad about it. Whatever, I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah.
What you mean?
But I kind of felt Cherie, like I felt that sting when she said that, and that was wrong for Jada to say. And I'm glad she said that Will checked her on that.
Yeah, that's
And
a
I
good
think
move.
that's where situations, when you're dealing with blended families, I feel like in this situation like that, men really do have to keep the balance because
Right.
they're the person in the middle. And I appreciated the fact that Will did check Jada on
He
that.
got to be the referee.
He has to. I appreciated that he checked her for telling, well, this is my house now. Because that's some fighting. That's fighting words.
Mhm.
That's some shit like I'm finna drive in my car,
Right.
come over there right now.
She could have made it She could have made it real hard for Will.
Very difficult for him. She could have turned, like petty, vindictive, and said, well, fine, I'm keeping my son over here
Mhm.
since that's your house. And I appreciate Will for doing that. But
Big
it,
Will.
it must have been very hard for Shreek. And that's why I was saying the emotion behind it. Even though it's 20, 30 years, whatever, how many ever years later, it's still, I feel like there's...
Seemed like they never really closed it.
Well, they could. How can you close something when you have to constantly interact with these people? They were having... Remember they said they were trying to have Christmases together and do the family thing, blended family.
Yeah.
So it's like they really are still in it together because they're parenting Trey. And it sounded like he was having a hard time with everything too, from some of their conversation. But it takes.
He loved them both. That's why.
He loved
Trey.
Trey, yeah,
He
and
loved
I'm
them
sure
both.
he felt conflicted. Like I love this new woman, and
I don't want to hurt my mama's
I don't want to hurt my
feelings.
mom's
I
feelings.
love my mom too. Yeah, it's just-
And I appreciated that also that Cherie is in a place where she thanked Jada for loving her son.
That's
And
what's
being
up.
there. I really appreciate that. Just melted my heart. I was like, oh my God, I wanted to cry.
So you think it's
So-
an episode that moms should watch with the baby mamas and the new
I
wife?
really do.
Or the
believe that-
child's mom. You say child's mom. not
I
baby
think,
mom.
but I know, interesting enough, even though Will was not there, he was very instrumental in them building that type of relationship. Well,
Okay.
they had to first come with the mindset and be open and willing to do it.
Okay.
And I think it took a couple of incidences like
Okay.
that to kind of get there. But not just the baby mom and then the new woman, the guy, like he needs
So the
to
guy
watch
needs
that
to be the
too.
referee. He needs to be like,
Because he
listen.
needs to understand, like,
Yeah.
new woman coming in, look, this is the mother of my child right now. Like, he has to be the balance. And then, look, you're the mother of my child. I'm going to always respect you for that. I'm going to be there for you and our child. But this is who I'm with. And the man is I don't think people understand the man
I
is
believe
very
that.
instrumental.
I believe that.
in
And with
those
that being
dynamics.
said, fellas, you can't be still getting it in with your child's mom. It's not gonna work.
It's not.
I just want to throw that out there.
It's
So if you're
not.
you got a new woman, you're gonna marry a new lady, and you want your child's mom to be a part of the situation, which is the right thing to do. You can't be still getting it in with your kid's
And I'm
mom.
curious, do any of y'all out there have any blended family stories? Did it work for you guys? Do you guys are y'all able to hang out together? I'm really interested because a lot of times it doesn't happen that way. A lot of times it doesn't. It's just like, I'll just talk to you about our kid and that's it. But
Right.
nowadays you have family events. I can speak from like my parents.
Right.
Graduation time.
So how does that work?
Well, I had to tell my parents, look, I'm having my son's birthday. Either you're coming or you're not. I'm not about to do a separate birthday party with you.
Wow.
And I'm not about to do a separate birthday party with you. We're going to have it all together.
Damn it, man.
You either going to be there or you're not. I'm not. It's too much work trying to do
too
that.
much money.
Too much money, too much work. And if you're going to be a part of my son's life as his grandparents or whoever, you need to be there. And I don't care who else is in there because it's not about them, it's about him. And I can only imagine that that's what it takes in those type of situations. Look, this is what it is. We got kids. We're going to have to be able to at least sit in the same room
Right.
for a couple of hours for this special event that involves our
You can
child.
act right for a couple hours.
Exactly.
Okay, I feel you.
Exactly.
I feel you.
So, but I mean, in the first question of the whole thing, separation versus divorce, what do y'all think? Do you think it's okay to date someone who's separated, or do you think you should wait for divorce? In this day and time, I don't think a lot of people will wait.
I don't think
I
so.
really
either.
don't, to be honest.
I think if you like somebody, people not waiting when people marry.
Oh well, shit. That's a
That's-
whole.
you know,
That's a
people-
whole.
yeah, I mean, like literally, if you want to throw, people's not.
True.
People will see that you having a bad marriage or something going
And
on,
jump
and
right
they will,
on in.
and they'll try to slide in your DM or something. So, let alone be
But that
separated.
don't make it right.
No,
But
it don't make it right.
Does that make Jada wrong?
And that's the question. Is it like that's what I'm saying? The old school way I was brought up, yes. But I've lived, and I'm like,
Okay, well, there's some
what do
gray
you do?
area.
Yeah. What do you do? You're drawn to this person.
And y'all have obviously they have a connection, like I said.
They're still together.
They still together. So it must have been some like real love, like love at first sight type shit.
So what do? Do you fake it?
I don't think you can fake
Do you
that.
fake? Yeah, that's like, do you fake it and avoid that person? What do you do? And I guess that's the question. Do you avoid the person until you get divorced, or until they're divorced?
Or
Do you
does
remain
the
friends, fake ass friends, like until the divorce happens, or do you pursue while they're separated?
And I can only imagine if you're separated, you're already feeling a little vulnerable and lonely. So I don't think you could stay away. And then,
okay,
if
that's
you
a
have
great way
that
to put it.
connection with that person
That's
too,
a great way to put it.
and it's not just because I'm lonely. Let me just
Right,
snuggle up. But
right.
you have like a genuine
Right.
connection too.
You
Ain't no
yeah.
keeping away from that.
Yeah,
Ain't no keeping away from that.
and
So.
she was real. I mean, she was honest about it,
Mhm.
and obviously she don't care what nobody thinks because
Yeah, because she
got her
on the
dude.
table, and it's like, oh well, y'all can be mad now. We're like 20 years in,
yeah.
okay?
And I think had social media and stuff had been so prominent then, I think she would have pulled back
yeah,
because she would have had everybody coming at her.
yeah.
But now she, whatever, what is it, 20-some years in the game, maybe? Something like that? Okay, she can say it now, and people will go, they did last, so.
You know what? I find it interesting since we're talking about this. This is another. Okay, so you remember Kevin Hart with his first wife? He
Yeah.
cheated on her, left her, and Tori made it very clear that Nico was dating him while they were married. Now she was actually supposedly a mistress, not waiting for the. I don't know if they were separated. I think
From what Kevin says,
they were separated,
They were-
right?
they
Or
were se-
divorced.
divorce. Like she wasn't around till after the divorce. But let me say this: she might not have been talking to Kevin, but she was in the scene.
I feel like she
might have
was around before
She
they
might have
were
laid
divorced.
back in the cut. She might have
Yeah.
been in the cut, and she might. Let me just throw this out there: she might be the lady that waited for the divorce.
Maybe.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, from what interviews Kevin has done.
But it's
Like-
interesting. That's a whole different.
Right. But you don't have
dynamic
any.
than
You don't have
Jada.
any. You have to assume she waited till after the divorce. She held back. Like
But-
they not working out. All I got to do is wait.
But
Wait.
the fact that she held back indicates the fact that she had already knew Kevin and knew the situation, which
Right.
means she was in the know.
Yeah,
And
she was in
ain't
the
no
know.
woman gonna be in a. You can kind of know and speculate, but unless you like right there with that man, I feel like they were already dealing with each other on some
I don't
level.
think so. I don't
on
think
some
so.
level.
I don't
before.
think so.
I do.
I don't think they were.
I do.
I think she was a part of that clique, and I think you can see when somebody's relationship about to crash and burn, and she just and she did what everybody's saying Jada should have did.
Did she really though?
Well, that's the rumor that she waited. She don't. I didn't say she didn't lie.
Because there was something that she said we've been together for so long, and then
I know what you're talking about.
they were saying, well, the timeline they didn't get divorced until I don't know. I gotta look up the facts, but they were like they didn't get divorced.
Wasn't
until
that a
this.
tweet? It was like a tweet or something.
It was some. I don't know if Tori said that. I don't remember, but it was something that was said.
Here's the deal, ladies. If you're not mad at Jada,
You can't be mad at Nico.
can't be mad at Nico.
But they got in Nico's ass when Kevin Hart did all that cheating. We're gonna have an episode talking about that. But they got in Nico's ass about that. It was like, that's your karma. Yeah.
It's not karma. It just happened.
Well, I think it's a lot to do with Kevin keeping his wee-wee in his pants.
And Kevin admitted, hey, he went. Well, that's a whole nother.
That's a whole other topic. But I just
But
find
yeah.
it interesting. The two,
Yeah,
it's like
true.
the same thing.
Okay.
But the reaction, the public reaction to it is
It's
a little
oh,
bit
that's
more
what you
different.
get. That's what you. But that's because they root for Kevin Hart's ex-wife. If it was
Yeah, they
somebody
do.
y'all couldn't stand, y'all wouldn't even trip.
True.
You don't know Cherie Will Smith's first wife, like
Jada.
Tory Hart.
True, and we know Jada more like on the floor. Like everybody loved Jada from jump. Anyway,
right. So you let it slide. It's kind of like your girl Fantasia, and what's the girl? The light-skinned girl that's married to Swiss Beats. What her name is?
Oh, Alicia?
Yeah. Okay, so check it out.
Okay. So with that, Alicia, she definitely was dating him while he was married.
So everybody roasted Alicia Keys, right?
Her career ain't been the same.
But nobody roasted Fantasia for getting with an old dude that was married and having a baby.
I think they did light into her
they
ass.
They didn't light into Fantasia's ass. I'm going to the Fantasia concert. That girl can sing. I mean, think about it. They didn't roast Fantasia the same way they roasted Alicia Keys.
Why do you think that is, though?
Because women like Fantasia more. That's just what I feel. Women like Fantasia more, and it's some salty ass women out here because Alicia Keys is beautiful.
That's why I wasn't gonna say that. I was like, you all light skinned, pretty ass bitch.
So it's based off the looks. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but
that goes deep.
You see what I'm saying? It was like, Fantasia got with a married dude, right? Mm-hmm. Got pregnant.
But wasn't there some things where did she know he was married, or did he lie to her initially? Wasn't it something like that?
Supposedly.
That was the spin.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Okay. Well, her spin worked because she didn't get.
Yeah, right. But Alicia Keys is like, so. Alicia Keys is like, I don't give a damn what nobody say. So what? Mm-hmm. I think that song was about her and Swiss Beats.
Which song?
I'm ready.
Unthinkable.
Whatever that.
With Drake or whatever. Well, I think he produced it or something.
Yeah. So I mean, like, nobody tripped on that. Mm-hmm. Like nobody tripped on Alicia Keys. I mean, nobody tripped on Fantasia. Messing with a married dude. Everybody tripped on Alicia Keys. I think it has some. I got something to do with the looks on that.
Probably.
If you
and probably her unapologetic attitude, like, oh well.
Right. So, but I'm saying if you're gonna dislike one, you gotta dislike them all.
But that's the world of the internet. They pick and choose, and you never really know who the internet is gonna root for and who they're gonna. And the internet can switch like that.
One thing I can say though, I want to give props to Kevin Hart for saying like, the hell with that. I'm just gonna put all my dirt out.
Mm-hmm. And we actually gonna get into that on another episode, but y'all gotta keep tuning in. We'll talk about Kevin Hart.
Next episode, Kevin's Hart. I got some jewels for y'all that's gonna bless y'all in the black delegation, man. I'm telling you.
And please like and subscribe our videos, and just tune in.
Tune in weekly. We got new shows weekly. Tune in every week. We're gonna
share, like and subscribe.
Like and share. Drop a comment in the comment section. Drop a question in the comment section, and let us know what you want us to talk about. And let us know if you have a question for one of us and you want us to answer a question for you.
Yeah.
Because I will, again, drop that knowledge on you. Drop it in the comment section. I'll take care of y'all.
And remember, we keeping it from the male perspective to the female perspective. What he say, she say.
He say, she say, yeah. All up in the hype, got a nigga caught up, yeah. He say, she say, yeah. Assumption running wild.